and welcome to the Gurus Explore. I'm Trevor Cochrane.
And I'm Neville Passmore.
And we have got a sensational show for you tonight. Now, we've really enjoyed bringing you this series. We've come from Japan, Korea, Ireland, some really amazing places, but none more incredible than this place.
This region traces its origins back 2,500 million years. Unbelievable.
It is.
And the scenery here will literally take your breath away.
Now, it's also home to an ancient culture, and a bit later in tonight's show, we'll take you into an art gallery that's 20,000 years old. At the same time, it's a powerhouse for the Australian economy.
Now, have you guessed it? This is the Pilbara, sometimes known as the Wild West. Now, we're currently in Karijini National Park. Down there is the Fortescue Falls, and shortly we'll take you down to water level.
But now we start our journey in Newman.
Western Australia is a great tourist destination for driving holidays, and Perth is the usual starting point. 1,200 kilometres to the north is the amazing Pilbara region, and our first stop is Newman. The town of Newman is the starting point of the Gurus Explore journey through the Pilbara. Now we're standing on Radio Hill, which overlooks not only the town, but also the Mount Whaleback mine. Newman, the town, owes its existence to the mine, and today most of the population is directly or indirectly employed by the mine. This is a rapidly growing community characterised by young families and lots of kids. A great place to get in touch with the essence of the town and gain an appreciation of the history is the Visitors Centre. Prospector Stan Hilditch discovered iron when he was actually looking for manganese that normally occurs in lakelands. So he went to the top of the tallest peak, which was Mount Whaleback, and he was looking at the plains to see where the lakes were, and found that his compass bearings were going berserk. The reason was beneath his feet: high-grade iron ore. Stan and his wife Ella used this marvellous old Ford Thames truck to get around this hard country. In the Outdoor Museum, you'll find the first haul pack that the company owned. You'll see it's number 1. This is the first electric shovel, and that's the first drill. Now, when you walk beside these enormous pieces of equipment, you get a feeling of their scale. Just imagine how many thousands, if not millions of tonnes have been picked up by this bucket. Now, we've shown you some of the history. Coming up shortly, we take you for a grand tour through one of the most amazing and modern iron ore mines on Earth.
Springtime in the Pilbara is an amazing time for wildflowers. There's all sorts of remarkable plants. This is a classic here. Now, this is the limestone senna or cassia. It's got beautiful little yellow flowers this time of the year, and when it comes into the flower, it's a signal for the local indigenous people to go hunting for emu eggs. Now, the other story with this is quite incredible. You see, it's said that goannas chew on the stem of this when they've been in a fight with a snake and been bitten and are poisoned, and it's meant to cure them. But it's a beautiful little flowering plant in its own right.
Looks familiar, doesn't it? I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But this is Calgan's Pool, a real beauty spot in this rugged landscape. Now, there's water in this pool all year round, and it's so deep that there's a real chill to it. This is a great swimming and picnic spot because in summer the temperatures soar over 40 degrees Celsius. When you've come over a dusty, hot track, this scene is a true oasis in a rusty red desert. Now, did you work it out? Calgan's Pool was featured in the movie Japanese Story. This is the Newman racetrack. It's right on the edge of town, and here they uphold a tradition that goes back well over 100 years in the northwest: horse racing. Isn't that right? The locals take this very seriously and descend on Newman from hundreds of kilometres away. It's a pretty big event up here, and most of the town closes down for the day. If your visit coincides, then why not get glammed up and make a bet on what you fancy at the Newman racecourse? When the horses are thundering down the track, the crowd gets very excited. Ophthalmia Dam takes its name from the nearby Ophthalmia Ranges. Now, this is the water supply to the town of Newman. It's a terrific spot to bring your family for a picnic, plus enjoy the beautiful reflections, the wildlife, and some sensational sunsets.
The wildflower season here in the Pilbara may start as early as June, right after the winter rains, and can run right into November. As beautiful as the displays are, it is illegal to pick them, so resist the temptation to do so, or you may be stung with a hefty fine. If you do purchase any souvenirs that contain wildflowers or their seeds, make sure it complies with your home state or country's regulations.
Now, I wouldn't mind a buck for every photo that's been taken in front of this sign. Coming up, well, we're taking you on a spectacular journey on the road to Karajini.